Well, of all things that are considered, I decided to come on here now and do a little more demonstration as to the carving of the elephant. And I'm thinking that today we're going to work on starting in about the middle of the trunk and try to sew the trunk down a little bit both ways. And so we're going to, right in the middle of the tip, start this little knot with the thread, try to make it go through. And as I record, the last video I recorded hasn't been uploaded to YouTube yet, but that is going to be something we're probably going to work on next. I have had a little extra going on lately, so it's been a little harder to do it. So it's just something where it's a thing we'll get around to here eventually. And so we just kind of work at things the best we can, the best ways we can. And it turns out we've gotten the little thread loose from the needle again, and so we're going to try to get it through the eye again. And so we're going to get it right in, kind of make it so we can work our way in. And so this little piece of work is going to come its way and make it so we're going to work along this side and make it so that a little work is coming in its way. And as for now, we're going to work along the project, and so we've kind of got to get this knot back in place, which we finally did. And so go a little more ways down the trunk up to the place where the last little stitch was sewn. And so as for the way the little trunk goes, it's like it's going to be a little work to take here and there, make it so we all see what we want it to be, what it's going to be. I say this little work shall find its way to us, make it so we'll see a brighter light come in. And so it's going to come along fine, make its way to where we kind of can need it all to be, and then work our way down. We've already come up to the last stitch, and so that is where we're going to go up the rest of the way, try to cover the last places we just been over here. And so right times and right ways, I say. Oh, I tell you, we got a little something in there. Oh, to work with that, make it so we see little brighter images to come. And oh, the little work involved, oh, the little ways involved, I say. Oh, what work this shall be, make it so we come down to seeing the very last elephant we're going to see. Maybe not the last one I make, but you know, I hear all this stuff about how they're a protected species, you know, and rhinos too, how people kind of shoot them to get the ivory and all. And it's just one of those things where, especially there's some countries where they're giving the death penalty to poachers now, and kind of a little bit of ways to be political here. Not going to go too far about that. This little trunk here, I tell you, it can be a little different when you're doing it on video, because it can be a lot of work. Now I'm kind of going down to where the trunk meets the mouth. And as for the work we do, make it so it's going to brighten us and brighten our days. Oh, this world shall brighten us and brighten our ways and our days, and make such a brighter, kinder, nicer place for us all to live in. We don't know exactly how long this strand of thread will last, so we will only take it so far as to up to where the trunk meets the mouth. And so that's the little place we're taking it to next. And as you will see, we got another loop in the thread where another knot wouldn't allow it to go through, so we've got to tie another knot around that to keep it from getting too loose here. And so that's where the little line shall come in now, and we're getting almost to the very end of it all, and make it so we all can brighten our days and our ways. And oh, what work shall be, it shall all be coming down to what it's going to work its way to. And so we're probably not going to make it all the way back up to the top where it needs to be, so we'll stop right here, make a little knot to end it right here, and for the rest of the way up, to go a little further, I say we'll make another little strand here. And so this is going to be a part that's going to need to be done somehow. So let's get the thread through the eye of the needle here. We just did that. Sometimes it takes a special hand and a special eye to do this part, but I manage it well and get it all through. And so this is a place where we're going to make another place in the thread, kind of pull it through, make the other little knot as it's going to come. And so that's how it's going to come along. We're going to take it the rest of the way up, and so this is how the work shall make its way up. Oh, go the rest of the way, kind of show how little elephants in silly pants are going to run everywhere. I say, and I tell you, it's getting frustrating too how the thread keeps coming off the eye of the needle. So we're going to come back on that, make that come back its way. And so we're going to kind of put it through here, and so see what we do, kind of put the little work in here, make it so we can make a few more knots in here, to make it stay on so much better. And so it's just little ways we do, little ways we go, and then kind of we're going to bring it back up to the top of the trunk where we started and try to work our way about it. We've come back up this far already. We're going to make it go the rest of the way, see how it does, see what it does. And so we finally get back up to the very top, make little places where we strand along, thread along, work along, and then kind of come down to where we make it come to the end and see, oh, the little work it shall be. Oh, little time in life. Oh, we got a little thread of strand in here, and oh, little work shall come its way, and it's hard to kind of get the loop right where it ought to be, so it's going to take it where we're going to make this last knot in here, and so kind of make a little line in here and draw it through kind of to where the knot gets right back in its place. So now there's a little place where about the area between the mouth and the chin, we will put a needle through there. And unfortunately on video I have to take it so much more slowly because, you know, I can do it faster whenever I'm kind of just doing it alone, but video kind of makes things a little more complicated here and there and makes it harder to go along. So this little work we see, it's making a way to us, and so in all things I say we're going to work our way along this and see how little things shall come and go, and oh, I say little work shall be a little light unto us, brighten us to see better futures, better ways. I say, oh, I tell y'all, a little work, a little hobby is always good for us. So try to come along here. We, even in the places where it's already been stitched in the trunk and in the front of the body, we've come along those places a little bit the best we could, the best way we knew how, and so that was how we all worked our way about this. And so I'd say there's probably a knot in the thread here or there where it's probably having a little trouble coming through, but sometimes even on knots I can always kind of get it to go right through the fabric. And then we all work a little ways, make it so we see a little brighter days, brighter ways, brighter nights, and then come along this way too. This is another one of those mornings where I'm recording a video right before going into work, and so we try to go about this as best and easy as we can. And then we've got another little knot to make. Of course, I'll say that the threads come right off the needle again. That's a shame. That's how it's going to do. And so kind of try to get it right in, because I tell you, a little work can be harder to do sometimes when you're really going about it. And as for now, we're getting this little strand in here, making it tie the little knot in the needle of the thread, and so that way we're going to make another little place where we are going to sew it together, make it go through just the right way like it needs to be, and then that's about the place where we're going to end for today. So maybe next time around there's a few other places we're going to do. We're going to kind of take care of these legs the next time around in the places where they haven't already been done, which isn't much because we've already gone about this far up on them. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and thank you for watching, and hope you come back again.